All right, boys and girls, welcome back to another show. I thought I'd do this. I don't have much time to spare, so today, whatever happens, I'm telling you right now, we're not going to make this too long. This is not going to be more than an hour, maximum 1 hour. I'm going to put a freaking timer on, and yeah, I'm gonna. It's not even going to be an hour. It's going to be less than an hour, right? Okay, so we don't want to drag this out too long. I want to talk about the general crypto market today, especially with what I'm seeing in the market, especially BTC pumping as well, Ethereum's pumping out as well, and like some of the problems that we are probably going to face is a probability. So none of this is set in stone. We might face some of this, and of course, we might not have problems. Some coins are showing great signs. Okay, other coins are not. Right. So we need to be cautious about this. And my advice to all of you is if you are only looking at price action, maybe it's time you need to start looking at other things as well. Now, I want to say thank you to Free Energy. Yesterday, he watched the entire, well, he watched it from the middle, and then he actually rewatched the entire thing again. So he watched it twice. He actually called me today to tell me, and I do highly, highly appreciate that. So those of you guys who are here for the first time, I usually talk about crypto conspiracies and all sorts of other stuff, but I'm here on a live stream. I'll pretty much talk about anything. Nothing's off bounds, right? So we can talk about just about anything. Obviously, be respectful, and let's keep it to context, right? So if it's to do with crypto, it's good. If it's relevant, it's good, right? And of course, we can have a better joke and a bit better banter. That's a different story. My name is Sham. This is 0xfiles. The truth is always out there. So with the market, right? Let's get into this, right? So I want to drop the main information in the beginning. So those of you who don't have a patience, who don't have the willpower to stick around for 3 hours, because sometimes our streams can drag for 2 3 hours, and believe me, I have no intention to do that. We have so many questions, so many people coming on lives. Yesterday we had a live stream. I think for this channel it was the first time where we had like 2,000 people on and off come and watched it. 2,000 people, 2,100 actually. So yeah, you can imagine it's getting big and loads of questions. So it ended up being a 3 hour long stream. And I'm here to answer whatever I can and give my opinions or whatever, right? So that's that. So let's get into the market. So market today, on trading view, total market cap today sitting at $3.61 trillion. Obviously, that's because BTC's moved back up again, Ethereum's moved back up again, and the market looks quite green. Now, of course, normally when you see the market being green, you assume everything's all good, right? But I want you to step back and now look at your stochastic RSI, MACD, whatever indicator you use for relative strength indication, use that. You might not want to look at it on a high time frame because everything is overbought. But if you do want to, I would recommend go and look at on a daily. Okay, on a daily, those coins that are overbought, they are going to dump, right? BTC is overbought, it's going to dump. Ethereum's overbought, it's going to dump, right? But then there are other coins like XRP coming in for a reset. That means there's a second round coming, right? So when you start looking at some of these things, yes, there's a second round coming. Okay. So look for the stochastic RSI, look for the reset, look at the ones that are looking bullish, look at the ones that are not looking bullish, right? And of course, I could tell you right now, I mean, me sitting here on the chart, I could tell you what is bullish and what is not, right? So I have a few coins. I can talk about those. TK Gamers. Hello, my brother. Hello. Nice to see you. Brother, sister. I'm not sure, right? But you're welcome. Nice to see you here. So there are a few coins that I'm going to talk about, especially these are like my top picks. Now, this is not relevant to you. You might have something completely different on your list, but I'm only talking about my immediate list and what I see, right? So I'm going to quickly just flip over something. Give me a second and I'll tell you what I see. So right now, all right, I see Silent Sweep. Salam, my brother. Nice to see you here again. BTC, right? So BTC was overbought. Currently, BTC showing bullish signs on the daily, bullish signs. This means this thing's about to pop, right? BTC is about to pop. So this weekend could be a brand new all-time high. That's BTC. I'm giving you actual live data. Also, if you want to, actually, I'm going to flip it over because I want to do this quickly. I'm going to flip this over. So I'll show you what I'm seeing right now. So this is what I'm talking about. This is giving us indication. This is giving us an up indication. BTC wants to move up, right? So this is on the daily, as you can see, right? That's BTC. Let's move over to another coin. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum overbought, right? Where that's dangerous. That's not good. We need Ethereum to be in a pattern where it's like this. That's good. This is not good, right? So understand this, right? Of course, Ethereum can still move, but we need it to be on a different number. I'm going to give Crow because everyone knows Mr. C, right? We have a guy who's called Mr. C. He has Crow. Crow's pointing down. However, there's a bullish divergence forming on the RSI. Stochastic RSI showing down. So yeah, whatever we want to say, we could see a push if the market moves. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? So this is the kind of stuff you need to look for, right? I mean, Pepe, I looked at Pepe. I'll give you a good example. This is Say is looking like it wants to come down. Everything's pointing down. So yeah, it's overbought, right? Oh, sorry, hold on, let me stay there. Right, Pepe's looking brilliant. Look at Pepe. Look at the shape of Pepe, right? So these are the kind of things I want you to notice, right? So this is just a brief thing I wanted to show you guys. Obviously, there's plenty more. Sorry, let me just put this back there. There's plenty more, right? Costin here, a nice brother, nice to see you. So these are the kind of things you need to look out for, right? And what I'm saying is, whatever coin you're picking, I'm not here to show you my chart and then you just forget it after 5 minutes, because that's the problem. This is one of the reasons why right at the beginning I'm giving you all the information you need. So if you have a attention span of 5 minutes, take that 5 minutes. Take this 5 minutes that I've given you and please use it. That's my only advice to you. This is not a financial advice, none of that business. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to tell you this first 5 minutes, go out there, get your chart, put your RSI on, put your stochastic RSI on, look at what direction it's pointing, right? Especially your stochastic RSI, what direction it's pointing. That's it. If it's pointing up, we're going up. If it's pointing down, you got a problem. Right, that's all you got to understand, right? So make sure you do that. Silent XRP has gone, has the hype finished, bro? No, XRP's coming in for a reset, and it's coming in for a big reset. All right, Silent is coming in for a very big reset, right? So what I've noticed is it's been kind of taking its time. Of course, a lot of attention moved away from it since the $4 billion dump, kind of shook the market, but I've got a feeling that this entire cash out, whatever was happening, happened for a reason. And I mentioned it on the live stream. I have a doubt, or like a conspiracy theory, right? Or whatever, right? That there was a reason behind this, right? So someone cashed out. There was a reason, because they needed to buy more because the pump was going too high. They needed the price to be down so all the institutions and everyone can buy more. Now, we can thank one of our members on Discord, Faisal, who has his name in reverse on Discord. He posted the interview, which is going to happen on Sunday, right? Which is going to be released, by the way. This interview already happened, because you know all of these mainstream media, right? Mainstream media or mainstream backed YouTube channels, right? They pre-record everything. So you do realize that they wait for a particular time. So they want everything to already happen, and then they let you know later on, right? So one of the things that you're going to know later on, and there was a rumor, that rumor's also confirmed as well. There was a rumor XRP is launching a US dollar coin. Guess what? They've already done it. They've already done it, right? Banks are already settling payments on it, right? So we're going to hear all of this, obviously, for the mainstream, for the main public. We're going to hear this. Mainstream media has kept that news away. They didn't announce it immediately, right? So anyway, that's not a problem. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter when it comes, right? And it's fully backed and it's fully, I think, so the future is secure, right? And funny thing is, there's a coincidence where a few other members and a few viewers here also mentioned about the IS 200 ISO 222, whatever it's called, right? That's like a network standard similar to Swift and all of that. They mentioned that, and I just kind of delved into it a little bit. I was like, okay, what is that about, right? And I understood what it is. It's basically just a compliant network where basically by 2025 or somewhere around the year 2025 or something like this, right? Or 2030, whatever it was, I can't remember. All payment networks has to be universally acceptable, right? Means you don't have Swift in one country, faster network in another country, and all of that malarkey, right? Everyone just uses the same bloody internet, because that's how crypto works. That's how decentralized networks work. So if we can do it in a decentralized way, why can't they do it in a centralized way? That was the question, basically. So, right, they've basically gone ahead and they said, right, this ISO 222 is the standard, and funnily, XRP has already implemented that, so they are completely compliant with that. Plus, when they launched the USDC coin, which is called the RLUSD, technically means real USD, right? The name is brilliant. It's not even Tether. It's like real USD. That's what they're calling it, because it's backed by real USD, and it got fully vetted and verified by the New York something commission, whatever. So they're fully regulated, fully doxed, right, for that particular one, right? Bink Jones, are you saying that all that has happened is okay because the future of money is secured? Trevor says XRP is a scam. Right, okay, whatever, right? And we're going to get to Trevor. If you stick around, I'll talk about your scam as well. And if what Bink said as well, I'm going to talk about that as well. It's really important, right? You need to really understand this, because now we're going to get to the kind of the meat of the entire thing. So please understand this. So overall, yes, XRP is brilliant. All of that ISO stuff that we're talking about is brilliant. It's just a payment network layer, which other cryptos have also implemented as well. So it's not only XRP. There are other cryptos out there, but XRP is the one that's currently in the news. So that's where the limelight is. That's where the spotlight is. Please understand this, right? There are others who have also done it. I've hinted that before as well. I said, look, part of the CBDC, right? So CBDC, a lot of the people were using private networks, and this is maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I spoke about this, right? So guys, please, it was a long time ago, but I did speak about it. I've even showed the maps on the World Economic Forum maps and this and that, where they're doing the developments. At that time, it was 87 countries already in development, right? In fact, the first country to actually start the development was back in 2019, who actually did a live, like, MEV or MVP or whatever they call it. It was like a already made product, and it was backed by the Bank of International Settlements, right? They did the test in 2021, and then they said they pulled out. They said they don't want to do it. They actually used the Swiss banks to create this technology, this payment layer network, right, as a actual CBDC. But whatever reason, they left. Coincidentally, BRICS have just launched BRICS Pay, which is based on the same technology, right? Based on the same technology. And the reason a Bank of International Settlements left the Swiss-made one that they were doing, I forgot what it was called. It was a project something, I forgot what it's called, right? And they left that was because China, Russia, and Iran were part of that creation process as well. This is all way before all the drama started. So this is something they've been working on for a very long time. Do you understand what I mean? And hence why all of these stuff coming on. And also, when these developments were going on in the economic forum, I talked about it. Part of it, I mean, Solana was a member of it, and I'm thinking, why is Solana a member of it? XRP was a member of it, right? So when you start looking at it, hold on, these guys have some inside news. They know what the new rules and regulations are going to be. Because remember, a lot of these planners or the guys who create laws and rules, right, and thinking about the future, they don't think about today. They're not focused today. They don't give a crap about it. It's old news. Right? Today's old news. They're thinking 5 years ahead, 10 years ahead, what they're going to do. And digital currency is already here, right? We just don't see it. It's coming. It's coming, right? So think about it this way. Like, I'm going to try and say what Trevor said, right? Trevor, we're not going to talk about ski mask, Dogcoin, and all of that business if you're trying to indirectly promote something. We're not going to talk about that. But the point is, what you need to understand, every cryptocurrency is a scam. That will, I think, let me answer Trevor's question, guys, please. While Trevor's desperate to get an answer, let me give him an answer. Every single cryptocurrency is a scam. Every single fiat currency that you use is a scam, right? How about that? Every single fiat currency is a scam since 1970 or 71 when they took it off the gold standard, right? Because at that time, when it was on the gold standard, you could literally go to the bank and say, give me £1 worth or $1 worth of gold, and they had to give it to you. Now they don't have to give you anything. Money that you're using is good as toilet paper. The only difference is it's got some, anti-money laundering, whatever, and anti-copy things on it, right? It's a freaking scam. You know what I mean? And while we're talking about 1970, before that or during that time, during the 1970s, they had money printers, actual money printers, US dollar bills being printed in other countries. Why? Because it was easier for them to, rather than transport funds and cash over, just have a printer in another country and print the money. You know what I mean? So let's not go down there, right? When we think about it, everything's a scam. However, over time, certain things prove themselves in a complete different way. And when they prove themselves, they become useful. And if they become useful and if they're going to make you more fake money or more scam money, more fiat money, more whatever, why not? Because we're under an illusion right now, and that's what we need to wake up, right? But there's nothing we can do about it. What are you going to do? If you go to a store today and say, look, I'm going to pay you with some fake money, right? And, by all means, it's a real money, whatever real is the term, right? We don't know the definition of real. But the point is you go to a shop and you tell this guy you've got a legitimate $50 note, for example, a £50 note. You just took it from the bank, so you know it's freaking legit. But you go to a counter and say, I'm going to pay you with some of this fake scam money. Would you accept it? Guess what the guy on the counter is going to say to you? And I can guarantee you that, bro, get the hell out of my shop. What are you coming here with fake money for? Because he's also under that illusion, right? So there's nothing you could do about it. Nothing you can do about it. So accept it. If it's a scam or not, you accept it, right? Of course, you accept it as long as it proves itself, right? As long as it's useful, right? Even toilet paper is useful, right? If it wasn't useful, we would have freaking used it. We would have run out of toilet paper during the pandemic, right? Think about it. In the UK, we ran out of toilet paper. think about it, right? So let's not go there, right? Trevor says even Bitcoin, everything. We don't even know who created Bitcoin. All we know is this is some dude. Apparently, it's a dude. It could be a woman. It could be a child. It could be a freaking alien. It could be a man from the future. We don't know. It could be someone's dog pressing the wrong button and creating something. We don't know. Let's accept the fact. We don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, right? All the fantasy, the fairy tale that we've heard so far are based on the conversations on Reddit. That was it. Just from that, we've gathered it's a man. We've gathered Satoshi Nakamoto must be a man. Just because the surname is Nakamoto, it's a Japanese male name. Just because of that, right? Why? Why can't it be a woman? Why can't it be a kid? Why can't it be a dog? Right? Do you know what I mean? So let's just think about it this way. But it's proven itself. It's become useful. It's made people a lot of wealth. It's given much returns, right? And it's changed a lot of people's life. And we can see where it's going. Governments and everyone's taking it on board, right? So there's some validity to it, regardless whether it's legit or not. You see what I mean? So as long as it's useful, just like your currency that you have, the money that you have in your bank, right, which is just digital numbers, right, a digital ledger that's in that bank account, right? And when you transfer money or spend money, all they do is minus and plus that number. That's all it is. You go and buy a house and you get a mortgage. All they do, they just deduct XYZ number of money that is the mortgage from your account. They deduct it from your name, and then they say you owe us that money. That's your mortgage. But at that time they print it so they can give it to someone else. They can lend it out to someone else. That's how money's generated. So there's a lot of deep things, and I'm not going to go into this because I said earlier on as well, I only have an hour. So what you need to understand, there's a lot of deep things. If you want to understand money, we can have a whole conversation about money. You can come back and we can talk about money, not a problem, right? The entire process of money creation, right? Money, it's not coming, like people think it's just money just grows on tree. Money doesn't grow on tree, right? Even when they print money, they're not stupid. They're not printing infinite amount of money. Why? Because when they print infinite amount of money, it's going to come to bite them back in the ass, right? At some stage, it's going to bite everybody back. So all of these stimulus checks and all of these giveaways and all of these loans and whatnot the government was giving during the pandemic, yes, they lined their pockets up. That's for sure. We know they did it, right? It's going to come out in 5-10 years time. Billions of dollars that they printed and they've just given it to friends and family or whatever, their friends and family, while they kept a few people happy, right? That was the illusion, nothing more. You only got a very small percentage. Majority of it went to the big boy pockets, right? That's where it's gone, right? But who's going to pay for it? I'll tell you what, all the public in the countries that were printing money are going to pay for it. They're going to pay for it 5 years, 10 years down the line through inflation and all sorts of other taxation, right? You're going to pay it back. You have to pay it back because you can't just have that, because if they don't increase the prices and all of that for you to pay it back, then all of a sudden we have this surplus of money which is not accountable, and then all of a sudden things collapse. We don't want an economical collapse, you know what I mean? So that's a whole different story. I'm not going to go there. So it is what it is, right? So that's that. Now I'm going to go back to Bink Jones, right? Bink Jones, I'm going to go back to your first question, right? So future of money, you got to understand, again, kind of relates to what I said about digital money, right? We already have digital money. The biggest problem that the governments are seeing, why does the government want some sort of a CBDC, right? What's the biggest concern government has? Well, the biggest concern government has is there was a time when they would make money vanish, and they still are going to do, by the way, because they're going to have two networks, right? One public and one private. So the private network, whatever happens, these are black money. You don't need to know about it. These are going to be off budget. But everybody else, right? Because remember, we're part of a slave society, and a lot they want to track how a lot of people are getting a lot more wealthy than they're supposed to, because you're only supposed to have so much, right? Because when you earn a certain amount of money, we're going to tax you so much. When you earn above that amount of money, we're going to tax you so much more, right? So you're supposed to stay within a certain limit, never exceed that much. As much as you earn, you're going to have to spend it at some stage, right? But if you don't, and you're going to all of a sudden become really wealthy, like imagine some guy has a 50 grand job, like in the UK, you have a job that pays you like 50 grand. And then next year, all of a sudden you got a pay rise or another job that pays you 100 grand. Well, we need to take 40% of that money away from you. So imagine the guy who was earning 50K is probably better off earning 50K than earning 100K, because all of a sudden now they're taking a big chunk out, and they create different loopholes. But that's a different story. I'm not going to talk about tax and all of that. But do you understand what I'm trying to say? The more you earn, the more you pay. Right? You pay a big chunk of it, right? So obviously then you're going to have to work harder to keep some of that, right? And they're trying to control that. So that's one of the reasons, the main purpose why they want to do this. But that's the conspiracy side. Again, I'm not going to talk about that. I want to talk about the good things of things, right? So let's go into the good things, right? I'm going to look at a few more. Bink says, this is all predicted on central banking system by which they will con. control us all. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They are definitely going to control us all. RS here says XRP baby. Yes, my brother. Vishal Patel. Hey, bro. Nice to see you as well, Vishal. What's your opinion on Doge for January 2025? I'm not even thinking about January 2025. Let's not think about month ahead. And I've said that last video as well. I said, let's not think about a month ahead, 2 months ahead. Think about now. Think about what you're going to do next week. And as we progress, please, 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 my advice to all of you guys is move your stop losses. Put some stop loss right now and then keep on moving it up if we keep on moving up, because this thing right now is looking too bad. Like the overbought on the weekly. That's what I said. First 5 minutes of this entire video. It's a live stream, but first 5 minutes of this live stream. That's what I'm saying to you. Please go and look at your RSI. Please go and look at your and now it's even gone MACD and all of that. Go and look at those indicators. Look at it on a daily, look at it on a weekly, right? On the weekly, you'll see at what kind of a level we are. We're ready to snap down any second now, right? On a lot of these coins, and especially the big blue chips, right? But of course, on the daily, we're still pumping, and the weekly, we can stay above there for a long time as long as the momentum's still there. So as long as we don't invalidate the trend, we're fine. So when you're looking at Doge, yeah, I hold Doge as well. So believe me, I'm not saying anything bad about Doge. I hold it as well. But every day, believe me, it's like a ritual right now. At this stage of the market, it's like a ritual. I wake up every day, I rebalance all my stop losses, rebalance everything. I'm like, okay, fine. If I feel the market's about to snap and go down, then maybe I need to lower my stop loss. If I think the market's going to be moving up, maybe I need to up my stop loss. You see what I'm doing? I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting as I'm going, because every day is a different day for me. So I have to live through every day of this, because I know that we're at the beginning of the end. That means we're going to snap any second. Right. In fact, yesterday we were on a live stream where I was telling people that we should go back to 92k. 92k is a good number. Anything below that, yeah, maybe we might go in a sideways movement or whatever. And what happened while we're on the live, right, it dumped all the way from 98k to 92, just below 92k, 91,000 something, and then it bounced back up again. Amazing, right? We were talking about it. That's the logical number. That's the correct number. I think I even flipped my camera to show the chart. I said that's the number, and I showed it on the live stream. So if you watch the full 3 hour long live stream, it's there somewhere. You know what I mean? We did it on a live, right? Where I'm telling you what the number is, and then that's exactly where we found the support and bounced back up again. Look where we are today, right? And all the charts, everything reset. And I spoke about the reset as well. I said it's reset. We're looking bullish. We're going to go up. Right, and this, you know, the truth is out there, right? I'm not making this up, right? So that's what it is. So that's that. But yeah, please do, when you move forward, doesn't matter what the predictions are, doesn't matter how high it goes. For Doge to go high right now, Doge needs to announce something big, right? Doge needs to announce something big. Probably become an entire block. I mean, it's already a blockchain, but probably become a network, create some exchange, whatever. God knows, any kind of news, anything, right? You know, Elon Musk starts to accept payments to go to Mars or whatever right now. Book your tickets right now for 2050, right? So we can all pay with Doge or something. Anything stupid, right? It doesn't have to even be serious. It can be basically stupid, right? That will propel Doge. But when it does propel, you want to lock those profits in, hence why you want to put a stop loss, and you want to move your stop loss as we progress, and take every day, right, as the end, right? Because right now you have to be on that phase, because I know a lot of people are hyped up about thinking about how it's going to last for 2, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and believe me, I believe the same as well. It can, but I'm also being cautious. I'm like, look, this is the beginning of the end, and that means it could end today, it could end tomorrow, it could end in 6 months. I'd rather be prepared, and I'd rather move my stop losses than anything else. That's the only advice I'm going to give you. Other than that, there's no financial advice. It's your money. It's your crypto. Go and burn it. Do whatever. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter at the end of the day. So that's that, right? So Trevor says, you heard Russia's behind Bitcoin. There's all sorts of rumors going out there. I heard CIA is behind Bitcoin. So, you know, and I've got a stronger feeling. And, you know, for me, like if I was to put Russia and CIA, I'd put CIA more than Russia. So, because in USA, during a particular time, a lot of innovation was happening, especially with the money and the banking and all of that. That was happening, and that filtered over to other countries. So if anyone's going to do it first, it's going to be them. You know what I mean, right? so I don't even know what Trevor's saying. Anyway, right. Bing says we can say no to their attempts to institute a worldwide caste system. We can resist before we are completely no, we can't resist. We can't resist. Do you know why we can't resist? So that's another illusion. Freedom is an illusion. We don't have any freedom. We have been taken completely over. We are completely under the, I mean, not me. I don't vote. So believe me, I'm not under their whatever spells that they play on people, right? Whatever emotional spells they play on you. I'm not in that group. I'm in a whole different group, right? I'm anti-politics, right? I don't like these politics guys. I'm not there. I don't vote for these guys, so I'm not there. But what happens every season, I see people running to the voting station to vote for this party and that party. What have they ever done for you? What have they ever done for you? They make promises, right? They're going to do this, they're going to do that, but then they deliver. By the way, they deliver some of those promises, but those promises come with attachments. So you're gonna receive something, in a very simply, very nice, we kept your promises. Look, we did that for you. You're gonna receive something in one hand, and they're gonna take with the other hand. So there's nothing's for free. Nothing's for free. So we can't actually. We're under an illusion. We think we can go to the parliament and talk about this and lobby someone and do. No, we can't. It's all BS. It's all pre-planned. Everything we're thinking about is they've all the outcomes, every single result, every single kind of a thought you've ever had. They've already had it. They've got actual proper analysts sitting there, devising all these possibilities. Like, what would people say? What's the likely outcome, and how do we counter that? It's already happening. That's the whole reason you have analysts, right? That's the whole reason I'm here. That's what I do. You know what I mean? What are the potentials? What can happen? What's the ups and downs, and what are the possibilities, right? So if you look at all the possibilities, and none of them have to be true, but because you already know all the possibilities, you're prepared. Because you already know what to do in each one of these outcomes. So when we turn around and say we can stop these guys from doing a CBDC, what are you going to do? Burn down all the banks? Do you think the banks are even there for you and me? No, these are just for show. High street banks, we don't even need them anymore. Come on, that's a reality. Do we even need high street banks? How many people need a high street? You don't, right? It's just for a show, right? That's the reason a lot of high street banks are just vanishing, because it's all digital now anyway. So if they do decide to change something, if they want to tell you, they can tell you about it. Like, oh, we're going to do a CBDC. If they decide not to even tell you, they're probably already doing it. That's what I'm saying. They actually did a test in 2021. They did a test. It worked. Question is, where did they test it? Who did they test it on? What country did they test it on? You see what I mean? China's already doing it, because China was working with the same technology, and they were involved. By the way, they were involved in building this with the Swiss thing. China already has it. The digital yuan, they already have it. And in China, they pay with Alipay and WeChat. Everything that's digital. So that's their CBDC already. They've already got CBDC technically, right? It's just they haven't given it the official name. It's not a CBDC, central bank digital currency. You know what I mean? Because their central bank is the Central People's Party or whatever, right? So ultimately, what I'm trying to say is the name they give it is what you can disagree with, but the technology, you're probably already using it, right? Now, for me, if we leave aside the fiat, if we leave aside the banks, leave aside all the BS that comes with everything else, right? Leave all of that. Let's talk about XRP. If XRP is in a position, if Solana is in a position to be compliant with those systems, in the underlying systems that we're never going to know about, right? We're never going to know about these systems, right? Like, for example, like you're watching me on thing. This is streaming on some sort of a protocol, right? Let me give you a good example. It's on some protocol. Now, you can go and buy shares in Google, yeah? You can buy shares in YouTube, yeah? But the protocol that's being used right now, you can't buy a share in that. Think about it. The underlying technology that is right now making me stream live to you, we can't buy stocks in that. But someone has put billions into that, if not more, right? Into that in order to create that technology. So that technology, we'll never know that we're actually even using it. You know what I mean? And that technology is being used to monetize in multiple other ways. So people didn't just throw billions at it, right? Because, they just felt good and, you know what, we're just going to give it away. No, they've figured out how to monetize these technologies. So a lot of the technologies, underlying technologies that we're using, internet protocols and whatnot, right? That's what it is. So when we look at XRP, the technologies they've created, we won't even know that they're using it, right? We won't even know if they're using XRP or another one, but they are compliant with that standard. That's what I'm saying, right? And that gives it an opportunity. But also, one other thing you need to realize, XRP, I've talked about it many, many years now, right? Years and years now, I've been talking about this. The freaking brilliant thing XRPs did. XRP was designed for a gap in the market, which was basically, and that was part of the original promotion. I talked about it. The original promotion was if you send a remittance, like a money from one bank to another, it took 3 days and XYZ amount of fees, right? Where you can send it in seconds. And that was their actual promotion. Would you believe that's what XRP promoted? That we can, but it took you 3 days to go from one state to another with a cash load of money or whatever, or even to transfer, but we could do that within seconds. And they've been working with that, and they've been working with 200 banks in the USA and globally. Currently, they are partnered with 55 countries. I'm not even talking about the number of banks anymore. I'm talking about 55 different countries. XRP, the Ripple, the main companies partnered with 55 countries. Do you understand what that really means? And if that, whatever standard that they made as a thing, if that's something that the International Settlement Bank or whatever, all the global banks and World Bank came together to settle, right, to confirm that that's the standard that we're going to have, every bank must be compliant with that standard. And XRP knows about it and they've done it. Solana knows about it and they've done it, right? Visa knows about it and they've done it. MasterCard knows about it and they've done it. What does it mean? It doesn't mean XRP is going to be the only one that's going to pump. No, remember what I said. There are other coins. But it means there's going to be some sort of a massive adoption. And that news is going to come out. And I'm giving that news to you now. Right? That news is going to come out. And I'm giving you that news right now. So you all should already know when that comes. You should be like, that guy told me. Yeah, I heard that guy talk about it. So that news comes out. What do you think is going to happen to XRP? XRP is going to go into a massive hype. Right? Because everybody else doesn't even want to care about what's on the underlying technology, what's really happening. They don't care. It's just freaking news. Yeah, XRP is now back, partnered with 55 banks. It's got 200 banks in the United States. It's going global, right? It pushes the price up to $10. Pushes the price up to even more, right? Banks are going to start using it, and they're already doing it anyway. They're going to start using it even more. All the institutions, all the top boys out there, the big guns out there, right? They're all going to be buying XRP because this is the inside news. Like everything else, like everything's like all crypto meme coins is like an insider joke for us, right? Meme coins is a joke for us, right? It's a freaking joke. Similar way, XRP is going to be the talk of the town. So in any institution, anywhere you go, any big companies you go, XRP, XRP, XRP. Think about what's going to happen to XRP. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. Something big is going to happen, and it's going to be announced on Sunday, right? So if you guys want, I'll get the link that Faisal shared with me on Discord, and I'll pin it on the bottom. Go and watch it. It's on another channel anyway. Go. I don't promote other people. Go and watch it. Do you know what I mean? It's coming out on Sunday, but that interview has already happened about a week and a half ago, and I'm not saying that. Faisal's not saying that. That was confirmed by I forget his first name, Garlinghouse, right? Whatever his name, one of the founders of XRP. He confirmed it himself on X.com. So it's not something I'm just saying. That's the link was shared by him. So big stuff going on. KR says, yes, bro. Salam, my brother. Smash the likes, guys. Helps this guy get out, please. Awesome. Trevor says, I don't understand how taxes work. I'm not here for the tax today. Honestly, I don't have the time. If it was, there's a different. Tax is basically your cost to as a human, as a slave in the society. It's your payment. It's the same way as like how would I say this? Say you pay someone for protection, right? So say some goons come to your business and say, look, you don't want to get robbed, you're doing well, you want to keep your business, you don't want to get robbed or anything like this, and you pay us something, every week, whatever you pay, right? And yeah, Godfather, watch Godfather. It's a really good movie, by the way. It's a really good movie if you really look between the lines and understand what they say. Watch Godfather. Godfather is a good description of what taxation is. Right, and it doesn't last forever, right? So they're always finding new ways to add taxes and give you a bit of a relief. But ultimately, the more money they're going to print, the more expensive things are going to be. Like, for example, I'll give you a good example that will probably make sense. Inflation and taxation come in hand, right? Inflation is probably the best one. A loaf of bread now costs like 10 times more than it cost I don't know, 50 years ago maybe. It's the same, but you're paying more than what they used to pay back then. That's because that's how much more money's been added on. But the cost of making that loaf is exactly the same. It's just the cost of everything else has gone up. That's because there's more supply. So when you have more supply, you've got to increase that price, right? So sometimes when people don't increase the price, well, you add the taxes, extra whatever, right? And then you increase the tax that way. So there are multiple ways of manipulating how to increase the prices, right? So that's what that is. XRP Kendo, yeah, and Inu bags, okay. Trust bridges and money flows, ISO 222, Project Mbridge, that's it, my brother, Project Mbridge. So you know about the Project Mbridge. Respect, at least someone's here to tell me what the name, because I couldn't remember the name. You know about that, right? The new financial system will here quicker than you think. Pack them bags now, sit back and relax. Exactly, my brother. So that's what I'm trying to say now. ISO 2022 is obviously part of that, but Project Enbridge was what the Bank of International Settlements (BIS) was working on with China, Russia, and Iran back in 2019, and they had that developed by a company in Switzerland, right? Because of the Swiss security and everything, and they done a I don't know what's called MVP or something, right? Back in 2021, they did it and it worked, right? And then they pulled out. So I'm glad someone at least knows about it. Faisal here, awesome, my brother, nice to see you. Classic car finder. Simplify the advice on crypto. Simplify what advice on crypto? Buy the reds, sell the greens. That's it. Buy the reds, sell the greens, right? Simple. When we're in a bull market, keep an eye, move your stop losses. Keep on moving them up so you can keep your funds, whatever funds you got, keep them and probably make a lot of profit as well. Keep your profits so you don't bleed out. Don't be a hodler during a bull market, right? And especially at the end of a bull market when we're going parabola, do not be a hodler. That's the worst thing you can do, right? Sell the greens, buy the reds. That's all you have to do. And when we top off, right, sell everything, get the hell out, and then wait for the market to come back down 6 months, give it 6 months, come back again, right? If you can do that, you're the boss, right? I can't make it more simple than that. As it Carr says, invest only in utility, avoid the memes. They will be regulated out of the market in 2025. And if you can't read charts, invest only what you can afford to set a long target, believe in what you own. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what I say as well, Classic Car. Funny you mentioned about that. I've been I'm an advocate of regulating meme coins and all these hundreds and thousands of coins. In fact, I've even gone to the point where I believe that networks need to just stop allowing other coins to be minted, right? And that includes Ethereum, because Ethereum is the one that started it, the grandfather of all smart contracts. Well, smart contract for an actual utility is one thing, but all of a sudden now people creating so many different coins, ERC20 this, ERC20, TRC20 this, BNB this, or what. We don't need millions and millions of coins coming around. It's becoming a joke right now. It's becoming a joke. And then real projects are now being left behind because of all of this, right? So there's innovation in this market that we can see that would actually propel us forward and actually move our timeline faster to a point where we become an established institution kind of a thing, right? Even though we're going to be decentralized, well, mostly decentralized, but we can actually establish ourselves as something that is completely viable, that people wouldn't come buy, sell, do whatever, not just seasonal stuff, right? Because now it's kind of seasonal. We would become established, but with all the meme coins and everything, it's ruining it. I think it's just too much, and it's just too much diversion, just too much noise. We don't need that. Yeah, we can have a bit of fun. We can have platforms with a few. Yeah, we can have a bit of fun, but I think it's just too much right now. We're oversaturated with the number of coins we have. There's no need for that. And coin market cap, exchanges, and all of that, they also need to start kind of regulating and say, right, guys, look, these are legit. The rest are not, right? And instead of showing all the coins on the charts, like for example, when you go to Radium, for example, you open up a chart, Bird's Eye will show you that chart. Bird's Eye needs to stop showing those charts, right? Unless it has sufficient liquidity. And I'm not going to say what the sufficient liquidity is, but unless a project has a sufficient liquidity or a certain number of holders, right, that have actually bought it or have been airdropped or whatever, those are the numbers you're going to show. You're not going to just show every single coin like that. And I'm saying that it shouldn't. If there is a fixed certain number of holders and this and that, people who have gone in, like Kickstarter, right? Do a Kickstarter. You don't need to charge anyone, or even if you do, that's fine. Charge them pennies, whatever, right? But do a Kickstarter and then see where it goes. But that funds that is raised from the Kickstarter, don't give it to the developer. Hold it for a year. Hold it for a year. Give it to them after a year. So that way we can see proper real projects coming out and everyone can have fun as well, right? Bink Jones says, I bet Rothschild folks own it all. They have a hand. I mean, there's 5 families. I forgot the name of all the families, but there's 5 families in USA. But they kind of, we say they're from USA. Yeah, that's where they're residing right now. But their background goes all over Europe and everything as well. So I'm going to leave that part away, right? Because I'm not going to give that detail here. Also, I've got to check the time. What's the time now? I've got 10 more minutes and I'm going to go. So what was I saying? Yeah, with the Rothschilds, yeah, they're all over the thing, but ultimately the investments that they do, right? So they invest in companies, and I talk about this quite often as well. They invest in companies. For example, they could be a big shareholder in BlackRock, right? Which BlackRock is holder of many, like it has its fingers in pretty much all the Fortune 500. and now it's in crypto as well, and it pretty much has its fingers in all the cryptos at some stage as well, right? In fact, recently there's I think 3 or 4 institutions, let's just say institutions, financial institutions, who have actually applied for a XRP ETF. So here's another news that you guys probably haven't heard. So yeah, they have applied for an ETF, and BlackRock is silently eyeing up for an ETF as well. So we know if BlackRock does it, it's going to happen, right? Now, whether this happens next week, Monday, all right, or 2 weeks from now, or maybe 6 months from now, we don't know, right? So we're going to be skeptical. We don't know, right? But we are going to be skeptical about the fact that it is going to happen. So we know it's happening, right? Because the applications have already gone in. And remember, Gary Gensler's left, right? So the SEC is getting someone, apparently, it's not confirmed yet, until they sit in that office and until we get everything confirmed, apparently it's going to be someone who's pro-crypto, right? So that's good, right? CFTC, I believe, Commodities Futures Commission or whatever, right? They are also getting someone new as well, replaced by someone who's apparently pro crypto. So if they're pro crypto, we can see what's going to happen. A lot of these XRP and all of these ETFs and this and that, there are many proper project ETFs are going to pass like that, right? And of course, it's got a lot to do with lobbying and whatnot and this and that, private donations. In fact, XRP has donated heavily. XRP has been donating heavily to political parties, right? Political parties. So even Trump got some donation as well. So think about it. XRP's doing whatever it needs to do to get to that and the closest thing. So yeah, Rothschilds and this and that, of course, when you have a large sum invested in a particular company, all that needs to happen is like a chain of companies. Own that company can own another company, and so on and so forth, go down the chain. And that bottom company can own crypto. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, the top company owns everything anyway. So Bink Joe says, I don't vote either. Here in the US, we lost 15 million voters magically this recent election. Yeah, I mean, whether you lose them or not, it does. Then it doesn't matter. It's kind of selected. In fact, in favor of Trump, I'm going to say this, right? So I'm not pro-Trump or I'm not pro-Biden or anything like this. But in favor of Trump, I'm going to say this. You're going to laugh your head off, right? Or probably start wondering a little bit. Trump was supposed to win. While everybody thought that they're fighting this battle, they're voting and this and that. Even if Trump didn't get voted, he was still going to win. Do you know that he was still going to win? He was going to win because the entire part of his election was funded by a certain group of people. And when those people are involved, they win. Whichever party, doesn't matter, you win. But Biden was supposed to lose. And here's the fun part. Why was Biden or Kamala Harris supposed to lose? Right, Harris. Why was she supposed to lose? Right, so he's supposed to win. She's supposed to lose. And I'll tell you why she was supposed to lose. Because while Biden was in power, right, during that time, what they did was they messed around with a lot of finances, a lot of money, right? They messed around with a lot of finances. So Trump is now coming into a situation where he's going to be at the forefront of some sort of a financial crisis, and he has to deal with that. So they want him to have a legacy where he's collapsed, he's failed the country, because that's what people are going to think, right? Because during his time it failed. But the problem was already happening. In fact, yesterday's live stream, if you go back and check yesterday's live stream, I've got Warren Buffett on one side of the thumbnail. I've got Trump on the other side. And in the first 10, 15 minutes I talked about it, I said there's a financial crash coming. I'm talking about a financial crash, and currently we're talking about the same thing as well. So I believe Trump has been given something, right, on purpose, because they don't want to carry the legacy. So they give it to Trump, and Trump's going to be the one who's going to have to deal with it. So something bad is about to happen to Trump, right? Trump now, not as a president, but something bad is about to happen. That's what they left with. They had to do that. So that's what I'm saying. So even Trump doesn't realize this, that he was made to win, regardless. Even if no one voted, he was still going to win. He was selected to win. But that was because there's a problem that's looming, and he has to deal with that problem, right? Or even if he can't deal with it, he's going to be known that he's the one who couldn't deal with it. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what people have so short memory. They don't remember. They don't remember that Trump was anti-crypto and he's pro-crypto now. They don't remember that. I do. So he's anti-crypto, became pro-crypto. Okay, fine, no problem. I have no issues with that, right? People change their minds, okay, right? But he was put in power by a certain group of people for certain reasons, and those reasons are kind of coming to light right now. But of course, only people inside they know, and other people got some hints and that rumors, Chinese whispers, right? But regardless whether it's Chinese whispers, regardless whether it's true or not, we have to assume that he, even if the conspiracy is true, he was chosen, and he's chosen because he's going to be shafted with something. Everyone's going to blame him for something, and I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him because that wasn't what he was intending to do. He was trying to come in, change everything, make everybody more better. He made so many promises, and I think he could, if he was given the freedom, he could actually do it, because all he has to do is few executive orders to change all of these things, and I think he would do it to be known as the greatest president of all, right? Because I mean, after this term, he's never going to get another term because he can't serve another third term. So he wanted to probably leave a legacy by actually empowering people and making people's lives much better. But he's got a bigger problem coming towards him. That's all I'm going to say. Right? So I'm going to leave it then. I'm not a political guy, so I'm just going to leave that there. So, right. XRP Kendo says, hold that ISO coin and utility coin once implementations are, it will be like getting in stock market before it starts. Exactly. All of us listen, every one of us in crypto, regardless, and I know some people have talked about, like we've had one guy yesterday who said he's been in crypto since 2012, whatever, doesn't matter. Anyone who's been in crypto for at least 5 years, right? At least 5 years. Actually, hold on. Anyone who's been in crypto for at least 1 year, right? You've outpaced majority of the globe. Do you realize, like, we're currently only about 6 or 7% of the entire global planet that is doing something with crypto, right? 6 or 7% of the entire planet. So we've outrun 90 something percent of the planet. Can you imagine that? So we're before everybody else, right? And we were, like, a lot of us who have been here for 5 years, we've been here before the institutions, right? In fact, majority of the institutions, so we've been here before the big boys entered. Right? Of course, the big boys have already entered because, as I say, whatever news you hear is old news anyway. So they've already done it. We're just going to tell us 6 months down the line. But we've been here before them. So we've outrun them. We've outpaced them every single way. We've been here. That's the main important thing, right? So similar way, these coins, one of them will shine, whatever one it is, because it's not going to be all of them, but one of them is going to shine. Ultimately, all of them will have some sort of a price action. But we've been here before that. So we're still hodling. Right, we're still hodling, and this is how it's going to be. So let's see what happened. Classic Car says, well said. Follow XR. I don't know what that is, bro. XRP says, Kendo says, then 50 million were imaginary people. Yeah, it's just numbers. It's just random numbers. Come on. You could imagine, like, okay, let's just do this. These ballot boxes, right? Ballot boxes. You're going to need like some sort of a massive stadium, right? And how many minutes do I have? I got 3 minutes and I'm gone. Sorry, I got to go somewhere. I got a meeting. I got a nice long drive to get to there, and then I don't know what time I'm going to finish. But anyway, what was I saying? If you take all the ballot boxes and all the ballots that are there, right? And if you separate them from the blue ballots to the red ballots and maybe some orange ballots, because you got your liberal Democrats as well, liberal Democrats as well, and you separate them, right? Just the blue and red ballots alone, if they were real, would fill up stadiums. Now, I want you to task, all right, 100, maybe 1,000 people to count them in a single day to give you the total number of votes. Do you think it's going to be possible? Because you have to look at how many million people voted. And then when you see the news, you see some little center with like 2 people counting the ballots, right? A little kind of box. And I'm like, seriously? Was that your outcome? Was that? But that's an illusion as well, because it's so diversified. You don't know. Left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. You have 10 polling stations, probably 10 people in each one, probably 100 people voted, right? But because each one of them haven't seen, they don't know. And then you have this social pressure, right? So if someone says, "Did you vote?" There are most people who, even if they don't vote, they will say, "Yeah, I vote." Did you vote for the red party? I'm not naming parties here, but I'm just saying, did you vote for the red party or did you vote for the blue party? And just because of social, peer pressure or whatever, they might turn around and say, yeah, I voted for your party. You know what I mean? But actually, they probably voted for the other party. Point is we don't know. But what we do know is whoever's selected is going to win. I don't care what people says. I don't care what kind of evidence people bring. If they can't prove it to me, I believe that they are selected. That's it. They are selected for a purpose, and that selection was done even before they actually got nominated, right? Because imagine Trump, right, had all of these court cases and all of these things, right? If if, and we know we say that there was like, oh, they couldn't find any evidence, whatever. I want to ask you a simple question. You telling me if they want to find evidence, they can't find evidence? Because you and I know very well they can fake the evidence. So if they wanted to implicate him, they would have done it. But no, they wiped it off because they need him in power. Because as I believe, I'm just connecting dots. He's coming in for some big trouble. Something big is coming. Hence why I made that live stream yesterday. Hence why I said it's an emergency alert. What Buffett and Trump are doing, that's the strategy I'm going to follow, right? If they're going into cash, I need to also start looking at cash. I need to start saving my thing as well. So 09 exclusive says, I'm scrolling YouTube lives. Am I cooked? Damn eco. I don't know what you cook, bro. I don't know. Brad Garlinghouse, yes, my brother. Sorry, Faisal, I'm coming down I'm answering one by one and coming down, my brother. Kendo says, do you think this will be the last proper bull run for utility coin? I don't think the price will ever be this cheap again. No, it's way cheaper. What are we talking about? It'll be cheaper. What goes up comes down. Listen, bull markets are bull markets. Appreciate it for the gains that you get, right? And a bear market is a bear market. Appreciate for the discounts you get. You know, we can't have anything just going one direction. You know what I mean? Nothing, stocks, bonds, nothing. I mean, bonds may be a bit stable, but stocks, think about it. Companies come and go. Fortune 500 companies come and go on that list, right? Coin market cap companies come and go, like institutions or crypto projects come and go. Do you know what I mean? So end of the day, nothing is certain. These companies' futures aren't certain. The stock, bonds, and shares prices aren't certain. You know, you can have something go from $1 all the way to like $1,200, and I'm not going to mention what coin or what stock, but it goes there, and then all of a sudden next day it goes back down to it. It's just how the market works. Some people are going to win money, other people are going to lose. So if this thing keeps on going up, right, then it's a risk because someone's going to pull out. Do you know what I mean? But if you assume that, okay, it goes up, it's going to come down as well, no problem. We're going to get discounts. We're going to get them cheaper. No problem. Right? Like, for example, BTC sitting at $100,000. In fact, let me just tell you what the current price is. $101,000, almost $102,000, right? Sitting at that price. Is it going to go to 200K, 300K? Possible, right? During the bull market, possible. Not, there's nothing saying it can't. But in a bear market, is it going to be at 200K or maybe come back to 100K? Maybe go to 50K, right? That's also possible. So end of the day, we can't just assume that, oh, like, you know, like we're going to turn around 5 years down the line. Oh, BTC was 100K. It was so cheap. Yeah. Well, BTC was like 3K when we started talking about it. BTC was 6K when I was talking about it. BTC was 10K when I was talking about it. That wasn't that cheap for you. This is cheap here. So end of the day, what you got to understand, what goes up will come down. And that's all part of the pattern. And we have to accept both, right? One's a gift, right? And the other's also a gift, right? One's a discount, which is also a gift. And this is a gift to us. So yeah, we take that gift. We've got to make money though, end of the day. But yeah, everything will come down. Don't worry about it. Bull market's going to be over soon. Don't worry about it. Classic car. I think going FI. I'm not sure what that is. Adil's here also, my brother. What do you think about ETH making new all-time highs? Is there more room? Just joined. Apologies if I already answered. No, ETH currently, so it broke the next level because obviously we were talking about the 3,900. We need to break that. Fine. We need to go and test the all-time high now. So now the only thing that's holding us back is all-time high. Of course, if we can go there anytime soon now, right? If we can go there, great. But ETH currently is overbought on the daily. All right, on a 24-hour, it's overbought. So it's a bit iffy. However, it can move. Let's see, you know, maybe the momentum is that it might move. I would love to see this pump on the weekend and go towards the all-time high, at least test all-time high, then break down, right? That gives us a better chance of now testing new all-time high, right? So new all-time high, we're looking at about $6,000, $7,000, possibly even more. I've even done an analytical video a couple of years ago where I said ETH has an opportunity. If it follows the Fibonacci guidelines, it can actually go all the way to $28,000 a coin, and there's nothing stopping it from going there, right? It's simple maths. If you do, even like we've talked about 12, 13K, if you do 12K right now, right? If it's 12K, it's $1.2 trillion, the market capitalization. That's still half of BTC. It's not unreasonable. Do you know what I mean? So we've got to look at it that way, you know? So bigger numbers. And of course, now, guys, I'm just going to read through the chats. I'm not going to answer any more questions. I'm just going to read through them. So at least that you have acknowledged your chats. I won't answer anything, but I am going to go because I've got to go. Classic Car says there is a financial expert that thinks this button could run for up to 2 years on utility due to incoming crypto-friendly President Gensler going and regulations coming to the market, and I can agree. It's fine. The most important thing is agree, disagree. None of that matters. What I've said, and I'm going to answer this. Or what I've said is, look, end of the day, we're in this market to make money. We're going to make money, and most importantly, after we've made money, we need to protect those funds. So as long as we're going up, as I said earlier on as well. So if you watch the video from the beginning, I said this, that when I was saying the beginning of the end, it could end tomorrow, it could end a week, 6 months from now, a year from now. It doesn't matter. Whatever financial experts you're following, great, no problem. But I hope your financial expert told you to have a stop loss. That when this thing goes south, it's going south. And no financial expert's going to be able to help you when it goes south. So follow whoever you want to follow, right? I'm not asking you to follow me. I'm not asking you to subscribe here. None of that business, right? No. But I'm just telling you the honest truth, right? And I'm telling you for your own benefit. That's all I'm saying. So if financial experts want to come and tell me it's going to go for another 20 years, I believe them, because there is a trend. There is a trend. We're only going up. But only going up doesn't necessarily mean that we're only going up and we're not going to come back for a correction, right? And a correction, we could easily see a 50-60% correction. There's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's all part of how the game works, right? The only time this entire thing will collapse completely, if BTC, for example, collapse completely, if BTC goes back to 10K, then it's worthless. People are going to dump it and leave and just say, forget it, it's worthless, right? Because that's when people get hurt the most. But if BTC doesn't go back to 10K, if it goes to 50K today, it's fine. It's fine. It's just the bull market's over. So what? We're going to go back, and next time we're going to do even bigger number. And that's what we've done every season. We went all the way from like I think it was like $200-300 or something like this, all the way to like the trend. It lasted like 2.5 years, up to 2017. We went to like 20K, just say 20K, right? We came down back to 3.5K. We did that. We went to 3.5K. Then from 3.5K, we started running again. When we started running, we went all the way, we carried on and we went to like 60 something K. And then from 60 something K, we went down back to 15.5K. From 15.5K, we've been running and we've come to 100K. So what says we can't go back to 30K? Come on, let's be honest with ourselves here, right? We have to accept these things. So experts or not, I don't really care, right? Whoever this guy is, I hope he told you to put a stop loss, because that's what I'm telling you to do. If you want to listen to me or him, it's up to you. Right? It's up to you. And I'm no expert. I'm not going to claim to be an expert, right? I'm an expert in my own field, but that's what I do when people pay me for a private meeting, which I'm about to go to. That's where I'm an expert. I'm not an expert on YouTube, right? So I'm going to leave that there. Right. Kendo says XRP, Veil and 24-hour crypto are 2 pages of XRP news. Sorry for promoting other coins. Yeah, promote whatever you want, bro. I don't really care. That's because he can see crypto is the new financial revolution. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. There's your track. My guy, top G mode today. My bro, I am what I am. You know me, bro. You know Desi, bro. You know what it is, right? Pritam, how does the novice start into crypto? Make an exchange, open an exchange wherever you are in your country, wherever you are. Open a centralized exchange and do your verification, KYC, AML, whatever, and put whatever you can afford to lose, or whatever you can afford to hold for another 5 years, whatever, and buy crypto. How much more easy could it be? So simple. We're not in those old days, back in the days when people were buying Bitcoin, people didn't know how to make a wallet. They didn't know what kind of device to put a wallet on. That was hard. This is not hard. This is simple. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry could do it. Chaos says, thanks for what? I don't know. Eddie says, what's the estimated top for XRP? My personal top, I'm looking at $10, right? Of course, currently we need to get to the $3.30. That's the previous all-time high. That's the number we need to get to. Whatever happens, we have to get to the number. And then we want to get to around $10. That's my target. Other people have said 6, 7. Some people have shouted like $20, $30. Whatever. I'm just being realistic, and I'm saying, you know what, $10 looks more comfortable to me, because if we do get a $10 XRP, that's $1 trillion fully diluted market cap for XRP. That's 50% of the BTC current valuation. That's not a bad deal, right? Think about that. Costin says, good night, people. Thank you very much for the time, Sham. Also, my brother, I'll talk to you soon. No problem. Classic car. There's no eat top for XRP ad. However, short-term analysis are suggesting everything from $5 to $28 short-term. It is what it is. It is what I'm saying. 10. I'm sticking by that. So that's my thing. I'll give you a higher number when I get to 10. Until then, it's still 10 for me. So, you got kids, Ed. I don't know what that means. What's good kid? Buy back in. I don't know. Hold on. Classic Cars is no, sorry. XRP says XRP Kendo says buy back in 2027 when CBDCs are implemented. CBDCs are, as far as I'm concerned, they're already here. Classic Car Finder says, so if you buy them a couple of hundred each and leave them alone until 18. Oh, my kids are grown up, they're in university. So yeah, I do have kids, they're grown up, they're in university. One's already finished university, one's finished their masters. So think about it. I look a lot younger than I am, believe me. Advanced Gaming, thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? It pumps. It's had its rough patch. It was something that I was quite bullish on, but mostly because I ended up getting it, like, you know, when Bitcoin Cash originally launched, because of the number of Bitcoin you had, you received a 1-to-1 ratio of Bitcoin Cash. So I held it and it pumped all the way to 4,000. I didn't cash out. I cashed out around $400 and then I rebought it again around $200. And I'm currently down, so I'm not going to even talk about it. But it does pump. When the market pumps, it pumps. It comes. It's just like a cycle. It cycles through. People are going to come back at some stage. So it is what it is, you know. But yeah, it's not something I'm going to be betting anything on. No. Daniel Moorzin said XRP. Yes, XRP is on a rocket. Nick W, what are your thoughts on Lightlink? I don't know. Sorry, my brother. I can't tell you about Lightlink or any other link out there. If you're talking about Litecoin, that's a whole different story. Wesley, what's Cam on, bro? Cam is on. Oh, come on, bro, I think. Okay, bro, listen, I lost $118. My parents beat me. Can you help me? For what? Your parents beat you. You must be a little kid or something. I don't know, bro. So I'm sorry about that. But anyway, listen, I've given all of you an hour. I promised an hour. I've given you an hour, right? I can't give you any more. I have to go. I've got a meeting that I need to get to. So if you guys do want to have these kind of conversations on a live stream or whatever, come back. Tomorrow we'll do another one. Come back, right? And we can talk about all sorts of stuff, and I'll give you my opinions and whatnot, right? I'll just give you complete raw stuff. You know how I am. So I'll do that, right? Aaron Sikil says, I'm from Philippines. My name is Aaron Sikil. Yeah, that's what your name is, right? Yeah, fine, great. We all know. Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you. Advanced Gaming, I think Bitcoin Cash can hit 30,000 in the future. Probable. But if it does hit that kind of number per coin, can you please go and check how many coins there are? So if you check the number of coins there are, all right, and then you add that, multiply it with that price that you said, then see what would be the total market capitalization for that. How many $1 trillion would it be? And then it all makes sense, right? Do we have room for it? That's what I'm saying. Oh, Sui Aptos, both. Sorry, you're asking at the wrong time. I've been talking about Sui and Aptos for a long time now. I was promoting this like when they first launched. So Advanced Gaming says it's the same as Bitcoin. No, it's not. It's not. Go and have a look. It's not. XRP Kendo. I respect that you like utility and everything and all of that, right? But to be honest, I stopped looking for utility a long time ago. I gave up on utility. It doesn't make any difference. There's only one utility: buy cheap, sell high. That's it. That's all I care about now. I stopped caring about the coins because there's so many out there. Who do you care for? Do you know what I mean? Who you going to vote for? Just pick the ones that make you the best amount of money. Stick to them. Let them make you money on the top. Get your initial out. Leave the profit if you want to hodl for a bit, whatever. But make money. You're in it for the money. Make the money. That's the most important. Everyone I know has come into crypto is coming for money. Right? The only person who, as far as I can assume, Satoshi Nakamoto didn't come in for the money because he didn't take any. If he hasn't taken any, he hasn't really come in for money, right? So he's the only one that I can say he hasn't come in for the money, right? But everybody else came in for the money. They came in for the money. You know what I mean? In the early stages, when people were given crypto and this and that, yes, there were people who believed in it and they were trying to promote it, whatever, right? And they believed in it. That's a different. Those are whole different. That 0.0001% of the people, those couple of hundred people in the beginning, they're different, right? They're different. They're visionaries, right? But after that, every person that has come into crypto came in because of what BTC or what crypto, what kind of gains, what kind of volatility we get. Let's be honest about it. So everyone has been coming in for the money. That's it. who cares about fundamentals? Of course, when we look in the bear market, and don't take this the wrong way, in the bear market, when we select our coins to pick up, right, and hold until the next bull market, so in the bear market we buy for the next, that's when we look at paperwork, that's when we look at fundamentals, that's when we look at utility. What use case does it have? In fact, one of the best utility that I look for during a bear market is what coins pays me the highest amount of APY, because I'll need to lock it in and earn some APY in the bear market. Do you know what I mean? That's the best time to earn. You earn during a bear market, right? During the bull market, I'm out because now I need to dump this because I've done well. I need to dump it. That's the logic I use. So I might be wrong. You guys might hate me. You might hate me for it, but it is what it is, and I'm being transparent with you. You know, but of course, perspective and you know, how you think matters. So that's my perspective on it. It's like, I'm in it for the money. I can see clearly, right? There's no clouds in front of me because I got glasses and I can see even better because of my glasses. But that's about it. I can see clearly. I'm in it for the money. I'm going to make the money. I'm going to get the hell out. That's it. And I'm going to come back in again and I'm going to buy double the quantity, triple the quantity, sometimes even 5 times the quantity during a bear market. I'm going to sit on it and I'm going to do it all over again every single season. And God bless, this is my 3rd season. This is my 3rd season. So I've been battle tested 3 times. I've been battle tested 3 times in crypto. All right. Other markets different, but crypto 3 times so far, because this is the 3rd season, right? For me, it's the 3rd season. Of course, for other people, this is the 5th season. Right? 5th season, right? For me, it's the 3rd season. So think about it. So I've seen what it does, and I've been fortunate, but that's because of that attitude that I have. I'm in it for the money, right? I don't care what happens. Now's the time to make the money. Now's the time to cash out. That's all I want to say. So other than that, guys, thank you very much to all of you for coming to the show. It's been an absolute pleasure, right? I'm not gonna talk anymore. All right, it is what it is, honestly. Right, there's so many questions. Advanced says it is the same as Bitcoin. No, it's not, as far as I said. Kendall says market cap won't matter when utility is in flow. Yeah, we talked about that. We're going to talk about that. Silence is love, bro. Stay blessed. Chat soon. Awesome, my brother. Of course, inshallah, we're going to talk soon. No problem, my brother. XRP Kendall says I have a safe new trip. New subscriber from Birmingham. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Actually, if you're from Birmingham, Desi Track Riders from Leicester is not far from you. So yeah, there you go. Aaron Skill, 2025 meme coin super cycle is real. Meme coin or AI narrative? Meme coins are for fun, bro. AI, yeah, more of a utility. But again, as I just explained just minutes ago, none of that matters, especially in a bull market. It's a gift to you. Bull market, everything pumps. It's a gift. Take that gift. That's gift given to you by the market. Everyone's pumping. Make the money. Keep that money. Because if you can keep that money, you can do so much more. Because now you're going to be experienced. You can do so much more. But imagine you put $100. I'm going to give you a small note. You put $100. 1 minute, right? 1 minute. You put $100, and your $100 turned into $1,000. You saw that happen. You're happy. Everyone's happy. You're telling your friends about it. You're happy, right? Look at my balance. I made $100 into $1,000. That's what crypto can do. That's the volatility. All of this is plus. You guys are talking nonsense, trash about it. Look what I did, right? That's you, right? Imagine this, right? It's just kind of a story. You do this. Everything's all good. You go to bed. You're happy. You've made 100 into 1,000. You're hoping it goes to 2,000. Great, right? You've 10x your money. You're going to probably 20x your money. Everything's all great. You go to bed. You wake up and it's back to $100. It's back to $100. How is that going to make you feel emotionally, psychologically? How are you going to face that friend that you were showing? Because your friends go, oh, show me your balance. And you're going to be like, no, I ain't got it, mate. No, show me your balance. I thought you had 1K there. Show me. You still got that 1K. And you'd be like, no, it's back to 100K. Sorry, back to 1K. How's that going to make you feel? But if you do a stop loss, if you protect your funds, if you keep your money, if you take your profits, if you take your initial out, next season you're going to come back and say, guess what? I took $100, I made $1,000. I managed to keep majority of that, and I'm back, and I'm going to play 9 times harder. That's what you're going to say, right? 9 times harder. That's what you're gonna say, right? Ed says $1 million is my goal. Also, my brother, that's what we need. We need people to have big goals, and it doesn't take long. Of course, you probably know the compounding method. If you start with $1,000, how many times do you have to flip $1,000 to get to $1 million? You do the maths, and I can tell you right now. Go and do the workout, and you'll find it, right? If you take $1,000 and rotate it, double it 11 times, you'll hit $1 million. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to catch you guys on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos. Thank you very much.